are cross-legged or kneeling. If you sit yourself up on a bolster, it's to bring the top of your pelvis forward. It's a little more comfortable to sit that way. Just rest your hands on your legs with the palms facing up. Start to draw a few longer breaths in and out through the nose. Noticing the breath in your nostrils as it travels down through the back of your mouth and your throat. Hi Leanne, hi Lisa. We're in a seated meditation. Feel the seat bones ground down and the spine lift up. Tonight we make our class about the community, about doing this together, which is beautiful. From a place of even breath, I want you to imagine the studio or any space that's dear to you. And imagine being there with people while you practice. Hearing someone breathe beside you. Feeling a whole group breathe together. Draw that feeling into your heart. Take an inhale through the nose and exhale out through the mouth. In through the nose, out through the mouth. We are still doing this together. And it is still important to think about each other. Take another deep breath in through the nose. Let it go out through the mouth. Let the shoulders drop down. One more breath in. And out through the mouth. From your seated position, walk the hands forward and take child's pose. Knees coming wide apart, big toes touch. Reach the hands forward and let the elbows and forearms rest on the mat. Feel length through the backs and the sides of your arms. From your armpit to the crease of your hip. And send the breath into your back, into the space behind your heart. Gently rock the forehead side to side. And then in slow motion, walk your hands towards your knees, round the spine, bring the shoulders up over the hips. Lift the chin, lift the arms, and inhale. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart center. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, lead your arms overhead, reach the fingertips high. Shoulders fall down from the ears. Core engages. One more breath. Reach the right hand down beside your right hip. Left arm reaches towards the right lateral bend. Feel length through the left side ribs. Come back up to center, lift both arms, look up. On an exhale, drop the left hand beside your hip, reach the right hand to the left. Lateral bend, other side. Opening through the ribs. Reach back up to center, both hands reach up. And place your hands down on your thighs. You can keep your toes untucked or tucked here if you'd like to draw them under. Open the backs of the feet. We're going to reach the arms forward and round the spine. Then inhale, reach the arms behind you, shine the chest forward. Exhale, round, pull the belly in. Exhale, inhale, reach the heart forward. Exhale, round, shoulder blades apart. Inhale, lift the chin. One more time. Round. Inhale, reach forward. Take 3 shoulder rolls, reaching the shoulders up to the ears, down and back. And come forward into tabletop. Shoulders over wrists, knees under your hips. Send the right foot back, the toes touch down. Flex the foot, open the back of the leg. Look down at your hands, press the palms down, the fingers wide. Keep opening through the back of the right leg. Then bring the right knee back under the hip. Send the left foot back. Toes tucked, heel reaching towards the back of the room. Core engages. Bring a knee back under the hip. Sway gently side to side. Sit back onto the heels. Let's turn the wrists 3 times. Reaching the wrists in front and circling clockwise and then counterclockwise. Then come back into tabletop. Step the feet back, plank pose. Crown of the head reaches forward, heels reach back. Core engages. Lift the hips. Use the abs to pull the hips up, downward facing dog. Pedal out your downward facing dog. Spread the toes wide. Spread the fingers wide. Bring the feet to hip distance. Lift the right foot up behind you. Bend the knee, and without moving your shoulders, stack the hips. Bringing the right foot towards the left glute. Bring the hips back to square. We're going to bring the right knee way out to the side. Tap the right elbow. Come back to downward facing dog. Heel lift, reaches back. Knee to nose. Exhale, hold. We're going to drop the knee down and hover. Then exhale, pull the knee back up and towards your chest. 3 times. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Lower, lift. Hold here. Then flick the foot forward. Lower the back knee. Low lunge. Reach up. Take a deep breath into the chest. Then bring your fingertips down, curl the back toes, lift up, crescent lunge. Shoulders over hips, fingers reach high. Press into the heel of your front ankle and lift the chest. Windmill the hands down, step the right foot back, plank. And downward facing dog. Lift the right heel the left heel, bend the knee. Stack the hips, trying to bring the left heel towards the right glute while our hands and shoulders press down evenly. Bring the hips back to neutral, tapping the left knee to the left elbow. Swing the knee out wide, tap, come back to downward facing dog. Left heel is lifted, ripple forward, knee to nose. Hold here, lowering that knee again, hovering it just above the mat, then exhaling as we pull back up. Inhale, exhale, use the core to pull the knee towards the chest. Last time, then flick the foot forward, lift the shoulders over the hips, crescent lunge. Back heel is lifted and pressing back. Drop the shoulders away from the ears. Windmill the arms down, step back to plank. Hi, Nicole. From plank, lower the knees, then lower the forearms. Press the thumb and the index finger down, then pick up the knees, forearm plank. Bring the gaze forward between the thumbs, crown of the head reaches high, reaches forward. Lift the right foot, stack the right ankle on top of the left. Hold for one more breath. Bring the right foot back down, lift the left foot, stack the left ankle on top of the right. One more breath, look forward between your hands. Bring both feet back down, come back through the knees. Come through tabletop, lift up and back, downward facing dog. Feel the heat you've built. Slide the shoulder blades towards the bum. Lift the heels, bend the knees, step the feet between the hands, fold. Reach for opposite elbows. Feel the upper spine round here. Draping the spine over the legs. Then exhale, round the spine even more, straighten the legs. Soften back down. Exaggerating the mobility in the spine. Exhale and round. And soften. Use this rounding through the upper spine to roll the spine all the way up to standing. Let go of your elbows. Inhale, reach both arms up. Bring your hands to heart center. Notice your breath. On an inhale, reach the arms forward, sit back to a chair. Exhale, fold forward, reach the arms behind you. Inhale to chair, arms forward. Exhale, fold, reach the arms behind you. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair. Exhale, fold. Inhale, come back to chair and hold. Plug the shoulders back away from the ears. Bring the weight into your heels. On an exhale, straighten the legs, come to standing. Lift the left knee, flex the foot, your thighs parallel to the ground. Reach your right arm out to the right, and notice your right foot. Notice if the weight is in the inside or the outside of the foot. Try to stabilize it using the muscles of your legs. Now guide the left knee out to the left. Use the core to stabilize. Notice your right foot again, if you're wobbling to the outside or the inside edge. Bring the foot back to center. Bend the front knee. Come into warrior three. Extend the back foot out. Bring your thumbs to press into your manubrium, the center of your chest. Hold for one more breath in warrior three. Then bend the front knee, skim the toes of the back foot along the mat, and come back to standing. Try the other side. Lift the right foot, reach the left arm out beside you to the left. Notice, do you fall to the inside or outside of your standing foot? Can you use your leg muscles to stabilize? Open the right knee out to the right. Reobserve. Flex the standing foot. Chest reaches high. Bring the right knee back into center. Bring your hands to prayer. Press your thumbs into your chest. Tuck the elbows down towards your body. Send the right foot back, warrior three. Keeping the chest lifted, shoulders away from ears. Then bend the front knee, skim the floor with your right toes, come back to standing. Inhale, reach up. Exhale, arms wide, swan dive forward. Option for crow pose here. Our hands come to plank position. Come onto the toes. Stack the knees just above the elbows. Practice pointing one toe and then the other. Land the feet back down. Step back to plank. From plank, lower down to your knees. Come down to the forearms. Press through the thumb and the index finger, pick up the knees, forearm plank. Feel the core naturally engage. Lift the backs of the knees, lift the right foot, stack it on top of the left ankle for 1, 2, 3. Press the right toes down, lift the left foot, stack it on top of the right. 1, 2, 3, both toes down, lower the knees, press back through child's pose. Pause here, land for 2 breaths. Then roll the spine forward, press the hands down, curl the toes, lift the hips. Downward facing dog. Our last effort, lift the right foot, step the right foot between your hands. Keep your hands on the mat. Spiral your back heel down. We have warrior 2 legs here. You can bring a block under your right hand, then lift the left hand up, stack the shoulders. Extended side angle pose. Option to bring the right forearm to the right thigh. Or come up to warrior 2. If that is more comfortable, if you can breathe there. Hold here for 1 more breath, rotating the chest open to the sky. Then bring the left hand down. Press both hands down, step back to plank. There's an option to flow here. Come forward on the toes or lower the knees. Lower halfway. Inhale, lift the chest, bend back. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in and out. Lift the left heel straight back. Step the left foot between the hands. Your hands stay down. Your back heel spirals down. Warrior 2 leg position. Bring your left hand to a comfortable position, then lift the right hand up, stacking the shoulders. Using the glutes to scoop the front glute underneath. And using our core to drive the twist, lift the chest towards the ceiling. Press down through the back leg. Bring both hands to frame the left foot. Step back to plank. Hold here in your plank, heels extending back. Grip through your hands. Then lower the knees, press back to child's pose. Take a deep breath in. Take a deep breath out. You're going to roll the spine up, come to kneeling. From our kneeling position, lift the hips over the knees, reach the arms forward. Engage the glutes to squeeze the hips forward. Then we're going to use the core to lean back and come back up. Exhale as you lean back, squeezing the glutes, engaging the abdomen. Inhale, come forward, reach the arms wide. Exhale, fingertips forward, lean back. Inhale, arms wide, chest forward. Counting down from 5. 4, the slower you go, the more you use. 3. 2, use your inhale to shine the chest forward. Last one, lean back and hold. Fingertips reach forward, but your shoulder blades squeeze together. Then come back up to neutral, shoulders over hips. Hands by your side. We'll take a back bend from here, knowing that the core and glute engagement we just used will help lift us out of this back bend, preventing us from dumping into our low spine and compressing it. Bring the palms of your hands to the back, to your back, kind of where your jean pockets would be, or maybe a little higher. Roll the shoulders open, pull the elbows together. Feel the heart lift. Lift your gaze to the ceiling. Engage the glutes. Engage your abdomen. And trace a line backwards on the ceiling with your nose. Coming into a back bend. And then when you're ready, use the abs to pull yourself back up. Take a deep breath in and out. Let's try one more time. Roll the shoulders back, pull the elbows together behind you. Lift the chest, lift the gaze. If that pinched anywhere in your spine, work more through the upper spine, driving the chin up and the heart up instead of leaning back. Use your breath to guide you. You can lower one hand and then the other to your heels, camel pose. Rolling the shoulders open. And then use your core to lift yourself back up. Sit the bum back down onto the heels. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. We'll move into the yin portion of our practice here. Coming into a wide-legged forward fold. You can bring yourself up onto your bolster or a block. Bring your legs out just as wide as they will comfortably go. You can bounce the knees and then try to consciously relax the legs. This may already be enough, so you stay here. Or you can start to walk the hands gently forward, lowering the heart towards the floor. Let the head drop. Let the back of the neck be long.
Taking long, deep, even breaths in. Using your exhales to soften. We're halfway. If this pose is a no, you can always bring the soles of the feet together and fold forward from there. The exhales to soften, reining your breath back in. From where you are, breathe into the top of your back, into the space between your shoulder blades. And send the breath to your lower ribs. And then send the breath to your lower back. Making that space wide. Take one more full breath. And gently walk the hands back in. Bringing the shoulders over the hips. Use the hands to pick up the backs of the legs. Draw the knees in towards center. Bring the soles of the feet to the mat. And just lower your forehead towards your knees. Pausing in between. You're going to take deer pose next. So sitting onto your bum, bring your left shin parallel to the top of your mat at a 90-degree angle. And then bring your right foot, your right leg out to the right, also in a 90-degree angle, or as best you can. Your right seat bone may not reach the ground here, and that's totally okay. Just explore that sensation of gravity letting that part of your pelvis drop down. Then we're going to twist to the left. Right hand comes in front of your left knee. Left arm reaches behind you. Find a spot and focus on it. As the spine still reaches tall. See if you feel this through the abdomen or the ribs. And it's okay if the right hip is lifting up off the ground considerably. Let it do that. We're here for 2 more breaths. And gently turn back to center. Coming into deer pose on the other side. Right shin parallel to the top of the mat. Left shin parallel to the side of your mat. Making 2 squares or maybe 2 triangles. Let the right seat bone sink down. And notice where your left seat bone lands on this side. Take a breath in as the spine lifts. Then twist to the right. Your left hand can be on the ground in front of your knee or on your knee. Right hand behind you. Let the left hip come up off the ground as you twist. Rolling the right shoulder down. Two more breaths right here. And slowly untwist. Come back to center. We're going to come into a supported fish pose here if you have a bolster. And if you don't, I will explain your next option in a moment. So if you're using your bolster, bring it lengthwise, long side to long side against your mat, towards the top of your mat. Get your bum in close to the bolster and lay back onto it, letting the arms come out to the sides, palms up. And you can adjust where the bolster lands. If you'd like it pressed up close to your pelvis and your sacrum, or you can have it slide further up, letting your low back drape down. If you don't have a bolster, we'll come into pond pose. Soles of your feet come to the mat, lay back down. Bring the soles of your feet to the edges of your mat. Your knees fall in towards each other. This can feel really good after deer pose. Then reach the arms overhead like you're making an O shape, if there was an O in the YMCA song. Your low back can lift up off the mat. Let the chest rise and the heart feel open. Your legs can take any shape. You can lay them out long if you prefer, or bring the soles of the feet together. Letting the breath come easily and deeply through the low belly. The heart feel light. And count 5 more breaths here. soles of the feet into the mat. If you're laying on your bolster, you can gently roll to one side or roll up and bring your bolster to the side. If you're in pond pose, you can roll to one side, and we're going to come down into belly shavasana. Hi Melinda, hi Sandra. In belly shavasana, stack the palms and rest your forehead on the backs of your hands. Draw long, slow, deep breaths in through the belly. Then extend the left arm out to the left, palm faces down. Bring your right hand under your shoulder. Use it to push yourself over onto the left side. Opening the left shoulder, stacking the pelvis onto the left side. Your top foot can land with the sole of the foot on the ground, or it can extend out and stack on top of the left leg. You can bring a block under the left ear to support the head and neck. Notice the palm of your left hand, the palm of your right hand grounded into the stable energy of the earth. Receive it through your hands. And bring it to your heart. Count 3 more breaths here. Then gently roll back onto the belly, stacking the palms and resting your forehead on it. And then extend the right arm out, palm in line with your shoulder, palm face down. Use your left hand to guide yourself over. Perhaps the top leg is more comfortable in front or behind the right leg. Let the shoulder blades squeeze together here. Letting gravity open through the front of the shoulder. 2 more breaths. And roll back onto the belly. We're gonna stay here in belly shavasana, but if that's not comfortable for you, roll onto your back, come into regular shavasana. The choice is yours. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in, filling up from the belly, through the ribs, your chest. Take the deepest breath in you've taken all day, and then let it out through the mouth. One more time, draw the deepest breath in, fill up from belly, ribs, top of your chest, up your throat, and hold your breath for 15, 14, 13, 12, 10, 9, 8, soften your jaw, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let it all go. Deflating like a balloon. Releasing all effort in Shavasana. Let the breath move easily through your body. Let yourself melt onto your mat. the soles of the feet up to the ceiling and gently sway side to side, massaging the tops of the legs into the mat. Bring the tops of the feet back down. And start to draw a few longer breaths in. And then gently roll to the side if you're on your back or your belly. Use your bicep as a pillow. And then gently push yourself up to seated. From seated, you can bring the backs of your hands to your legs, palms facing up. Or join me in Hridaya Mudra, bringing the right hand over the heart, just on the left side of your chest. Make a little pocket of air between your palm and your chest. And bring your left hand on top. Feel the weight of your hand on your chest. Then tuck your chin in. The quickness of our minds bowing to the wisdom of our hearts. It's a pleasure and a privilege to guide you in this practice. Thank you for being here.